Let's meet our first team for the dungeon run.
Please raise a toast to our next challengers, the Jungle Giants.
I am Firebat.
Firebat is the 2014 Hearthstone World Champion!
I'm Jackie.
Paladin Doomsayer is pretty damn fine, even though it's a card that's on the sideline.
And I'm Kripp.
I feel like they're past their best and I'm gonna have to carry both of these two.
We are the Jungle Giants.
Definitely want to win. This is the first time I've been to BlizzCon, first time I've been to America.
We're the team to beat because we are the best.
We're going to win this whole damn thing because we have marginal advantages in the deck lineups.
We compound the marginal advantages across the entire tournament, so the marginal becomes less marginal, and then it's like kind of okay.
We're the team to beat because we've got the best standard player in the world, the best arena player in the world, and me.
The Jungle Giants.
Please welcome to the stage the Jungle Giants, featuring Hearthstone superstar Kripp, 2014 World Champion Firebat, and Wacky Jackie the Laffy. They're standing by with Raven on stage for a couple words.
Thanks a lot, Dan. Welcome to the stage, guys. You had a night to rest. And how prepared, obviously, you've only just found out the format. How prepared were you feeling last night for this?
I had no idea what the format is, so not very.
Were you confident about taking on a format you weren't aware of? Are you flexible?
Sure. I mean, if the other team has to deal with the same thing, it seems reasonable.
Okay. And now you do know the format. Are you feeling good about like not directly playing against your opponents in terms of just trying to get as much points, but playing a PvE essential style?
I would say yes, but none of us have actually played this format yet, so we didn't really know what to expect.
Okay, that's pretty great. So do you think you're going to be good enough, Firebat, as one of the top competitors to adapt on the fly to actual Hearthstone boss fights as opposed to your opponents?
I don't generally play single-player content, so I'm not super thrilled about being single-player content. I would much rather play against the opponents. I do that way more often.
Okay, so it looks like your team is feeling very confident about this. I can't wait to see how you do. So take to your podium, guys. Good luck. Let's see how long they survive in the dungeon run.
Jungle Giants walk on the stage as the third place finisher from day number 1, meaning that they have to have a better score than the Grime Street Grifters. If they tie, they will be eliminated here and not go to the finals against the Chillbreak Crusaders.
Yeah, and we heard Firebat. You know, he's used to playing against real live opponents. I don't know if he's really played against a giant rat very often before.
Well, we know very much how Firebat feels about some of these things like the solo adventures. It's not that the solo adventures are anything that he doesn't want to play per se. It's just that he's more interested in competing against people. And this is probably the first time we've really seen Hearthstone on a big stage like this competing against their opponents. Now, every player has chosen a strata of 3 classes prior to the Invitational. So the Warrior class will be assigned to whoever had the Warrior, Warlock, and the Druid classes. So in this case, it's going to be Kripp for the Jungle Giants.
And he is taking on a giant rat. There it is. Just look at how big that. I don't even actually know what the hero power for the giant rat is. And these players clearly don't know either. Because they actually said in their little interview before they got on stage, they have not played this yet. They did not take the opportunity to go to the demo machine.
So to break it down of how the dungeon run works for some people who are watching at home, every single level, there's 8 levels total in the dungeon run, the bosses get increasingly harder. You start off relatively easy. In my opinion, losing to the giant rat is quite embarrassing. It has 10 health. And it's pretty easy to kill. I mean, if you have Bash, you're already almost a third of the way there. It starts getting difficult, though, because every boss, from my experience, seems to double in power. And from that point on, it can be really tricky to handle some of those incoming waves and hero powers that keep people weaving.
Well, let's hear how they plan to deal with this giant rat.
Very unlikely. What's he got for a hero power here? Summon 2 1/1 rats.
Oh,
so I think we want to do
so,
the.
Yeah,
no,
you do Warbot first. I'm just saying it's good.
No, we don't. We do the first mate first, I think, because he's not gonna coin a hero power. I don't think.
Right, but 1/3 is more than 1/1.
I guess we could just play that next turn. Sure.
Yeah. The weapon has charge. 1/3 does not have charge.
Yeah.
They have 5 cards in their deck.
We can fatigue him. I think.
I like trading.
I like trading to power up our attack.
All right. I also kind of like going face. He's only got 10 life.
Yeah, and we got a core crown and a
We
bash.
basically have the equivalent of a fiery war axe right now.
Yeah. Now we have 2, 3, 4.
Oh, they start on 10 health. What on earth?
I think here's when we slam face. We just go for it.
Bash face.
We
yeah.
play higher gun and everything face. I would not bash face, no. He might have taunts later.
Yeah, I think one thing that Jungle Giants knows is like, wait, this is way easier than we thought it would. They had 10 health, and we're pretty much halfway there on turn 3. But trust me, it ramps up as time goes on.
Yeah, when you generally go into a dungeon in any kind of game, you don't usually encounter a particularly difficult challenge right away.
That's it.
The goal here is it ramps up. The Giant Rat, your first opponent,
oh yeah,
not so difficult. It looks like Jungle Giants has the tools right now to just finish off the Rat on turn 4.
They see lethal. This one's pretty cut and dry here. Giant Rat is not supposed to be an obstacle. It's not like Hogger per se, which has stopped millions of Hearthstone players around the world, I'm sure.
And who justifiably won the costume contest last night. I don't know if anyone caught that cosplay. But anyway, here is a very key moment. The players are choosing a treasure. This is something that will improve their deck. Let's hear what they think about their options.
All except a few.
We have 8 minions.
Yeah.
I like the +1/+1.
I like +1/+1. Our health doesn't matter. We're going to kill people.
Health really doesn't matter. And how many we have like 1 spell.
Okay. Remember, minions are buffed.
Reinforce
we get
them.
double smuggler.
It's
right now,
it's definitely not the one on the left.
Not Blood Warriors.
We're not dragons.
Hungry Dragon can have
dire consequences.
A higher fail rate.
Yeah.
But we might see some cards from the new expansion.
I don't want to
accidentally.
Yeah, but I don't want to play 10 drop in our deck.
Yeah.
Let's win.
So Honcho it is.
I like, sounds good.
Yep.
That's good.
Okay.
Honcho a charger, man. That's where it's at.
Can we see his hero power? Anything? Can we click on him?
Oh, there we
we
go.
can.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh.
Restore 2 health to all minions.
That's okay. We're Pirate Warrior.
0 mana. 0
It's a
mana.
0 mana card. So he's got 20 health though, and he might have some heal cards. So I think we should probably play control a little bit at the start.
Sure.
Yeah.
Don't do anything insane.
That heals
but
our
yeah.
minions as well.
Oh, it is our minions as well.
All minions.
So if we make value trades, he can't even use his hero.
All right, I really like the comms that I'm hearing here from Jungle Giants, even evaluating everything. And you know what? Getting a slight edge that we didn't mention to the players because they don't know anything about Dungeon Run. You tap the hero, you see the hero power ahead of time and plan your strategy.
And that's very important. Going in and knowing what you're facing is pretty crucial, as these players, as you mentioned earlier, have not experienced the Dungeon Run so far. So this is their first time in going blind, and as much information they can get before the game itself, the better.
And the buff will be applied, the passive buff that they chose, which is essentially the Keleseth buff. Every minion gets +1/+1 prior to the draw, so the Mind Berserk will be a 3/4. And everyone thought Totem Golem was good. Now imagine if you have a rage effect with +3 attack.
All right, well, the game's starting off pretty slowly. No early play from Graves the Cleric.
Yeah.
But that I've played against Graves the Cleric, and he has some powerful options available to him.
Okay, interesting. I do find that the first 2 bosses do tend to play, especially for players of these caliber, will tend to play themselves. It does start to get a little tricky at the 3rd boss. Sometimes they have some really powerful stuff, and there are 2 bosses specifically that I was warned about that can be really powerful. And the way the Dungeon Run works is that outside of the Giant Rat, I believe, heroes or bosses 2 from 8 are randomized, and you get a chance of facing any of them equally.
Oh, here is the injured Blade Master with does not use the 0-cost hero power to heal up all of the minions here. Graves the Cleric even leaves the Amani Berserker buffed here. I think that may have been an AI misplay.
Let's go ahead and listen into the Jungle Giants and see how they're going to wrap this game up and head into Game 3.
We have 8 burst out of hand. Like, he's dead.
These get progressively harder, so I'm wondering what the other hero powers are they could have.
All right, kill him.
Seems good.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to lose.
Yeah, so, and again, the first 2 levels are pretty much introductory. In fact, it's pretty much just a formality for most of these players. It will be hilarious, though, if one of them ends up losing. But the challenge really comes at this stage of the game.
All right, well, let's hear what they think about their options for their next treasure.
cast Pirate Blast randomly until a hero dies. We have to pick that one.
We do
You
not.
do 20 damage with Heroic Strike in a 16-card deck.
I still like this card.
That's where I'll resummon this minion. I guess that keeps happening and then it never dies, right? This is 5-1 that never dies.
4 times. At worst, it's 2 mana deal 4 in Pirate Warrior.
Poisonous Mega
We're
Wind.
not exactly playing Pirate Warrior,
It's
though.
poisonous. You can kill 4 minions.
Oh,
the
it is
amount
poisonous.
of tempo you get and the amount of damage potential, there's
You're right.
no way it's not the
You're
dagger.
right. All right. It's the
Stop.
dagger.
We want
Oh.
minions.
Left
More
side.
Grimes?
More of that, yeah. Grime Street Pawnbroker is not even a bad card without the weapons.
I think it's pretty clear.
I mean,
it just
at
costs
least
too much.
Rag variant.
Remember, we have the +1/+1 passive that favors smaller minions.
Right. Yeah, we just take far left.
There's a weapon in this one, though. They're
Yeah.
all women minions.
It's okay.
There's,
Weapons are
that's
good.
variant.
Ragnaros is a very good card.
These are big.
Yeah, I mean, our deck is already pretty small, though, right? We didn't
Not
know what
exactly.
we didn't know what we're
Hancho's
going to be
a lot
facing.
of value.
And
And honestly, if it is going to be a control game, we can save our Mega Wind Fury weapon for the Heroic Strike turn,
And
which
just-
is 20 burst.
Okay.
yeah, it's insane.
Okay.
We can even Grime Street Pawnbroker it to make it even bigger.
40 health.
Well,
Summon a 1/1 copy of a minion for 1 mana.
Okay.
we can deal 40. It's fine.
Okay.
20 card deck.
So the health totals went from 10 to 20 to 40.
So
So
next one's gonna be-
aggressive decks are pretty good for the first 2, but
Then get worse.
it might actually fail here.
I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, it's.
Okay, going in game 3, Jungle Giants has picked up a Vorpal Dagger, which has Mega Wind Fury, 4 charges, and a Poisons. I actually haven't seen that card before, and I think that's amazing to have. But as you can see, the bosses also ramp up in difficulty.
Yeah, Waxmenser Sturmy is actually the boss that I mentioned running into in my deck that played 2 Ragnaros on turn 3, and well, was just able to make 1/1 Ragnaros that just shot down my Ragnaros.
Yeah.
Jungle Giants, though, we heard they were not only strategizing for this particular deck, but also, okay, well, the first boss has 10 health, the second boss has 20, the third has 40, so we need to reevaluate maybe in our future runs the best way to approach each of the bosses.
Jungle Giants even thinking about throwing back the Vorpal Dagger. It's just hard removal for everything, but they perhaps value the tempo so much. They even picked up a 3rd copy of the Grime Street Smuggler. That is possible. You don't have a limitation to the normal Hearthstone deck in the Dungeon Run format.
All right, well, Jungle Giants with Zos First Mate, Armorsmith, and Dagger as their opening hand. And then Captured Flag, again, their passive ability they picked in the first treasure selection does mean that all of these minions are much stronger.
I have found that that is probably the best passive on average. I have not seen a better option in my few times of playing through the Dungeon Run. And you'll see this is one of the reasons why, because now Firebat against Firebat, ironically, it's not going to be good enough. Whoa, we have the combo that they were talking about. The Vorpal Dagger plus Heroic Strike means that the Heroic Strike buff will stay the entire turn. So if you would Mega Wind Fury and attack 4 times with the Vorpal Dagger, that's 20 damage. Let's go ahead and listen into the Jungle Giants, see if they can wrap this up real soon and start with a 3-0.
Don't hit the 2
That was
Don't hit the 2
that was a little bit of missequencing,
Oh, yes, it
but it's
was.
okay.
Oh, life.
Very
The
nice.
miss-sequencing actually improves your overall RNG. So
All right, so we have 24 damage. We're close to lethal. I think we knuckle him in the face.
You think we knuckle?
no, let's play the
I think we
minion.
play the
Eh,
minion.
playing the minion's fine
Yeah.
too. Yeah. We definitely swing, yeah. 5, 7, 27 damage. 4 damage off lethal. I can copy arm minions. Interesting. Yeah, develop the knuckle.
Brass Knuckles play the Warboss.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Wait, kill Armorsmith first. Yeah.
Got it. I was just testing you guys.
All right, Jungle Giants all but cleaning up this one as they have the lethal setup with the Heroic Strike Vorpal Dagger. Pretty convenient how that worked out, huh?
Oh, and we heard Firebat mention just as soon as that card was offered as a treasure, he's like, you know what we can do? We can do this. Vorpal Dagger, Heroic Strike. And that is Mega Wind Fury, 20 damage from that weapon as Jungle Giants get the full clear on the 3 bosses in their first round.
Yeah. Imagine that with your Pirate Warriors back in the day in Standard. Jungle Giants starts off strong with their first dungeon run and a full clear.
And it is worth noting they need to beat the record of the Grime Street Grifters. And as we heard, they're like, okay, I don't know that they're going to lose any games, so we got to win them all.
So for the Jungle Giants, things are going well with a 3-0. So when we come back, we're going to find out what's going to happen with Firebat's run here at the Hearthstone Invitational.
Don't stray too far away from the fire, my friends. There's more tales to tell. It's Hearthstone at BlizzCon 2017!
The 2017 Hearthstone Invitational is brought to you in part by Republic of Gamers, Intel, T-Mobile, and NVIDIA.
Welcome back to the Invitational. If you are just joining us, you are right on time for Firebat's attempt at the Dungeon Run. This is the new feature of the solo adventure content from Kobolds and Catacombs. Slot to come out, well, according to the Ben Broden team, about a month from now or somewhere within the next month. And we'll see whether or not Firebat can follow up on Kripp's performance. Although, to be honest, it feels like they're working really well as a team here. Yeah, we heard a lot of very good collaboration between the Jungle Giants, trying to figure out exactly how best to upgrade their decks with each treasure. And now they will be playing a different class, so they're going to have to reevaluate what cards their new class will want. And I believe it looks like it is Anvin's turn. Yes. That's right. It'll be Priest. And again, the first few levels, the first couple levels aren't anything too particularly challenging, but the third can present a problem. It just so happened that Kripp drew the dream combination of the one Heroic Strike and the Vorpal Dagger treasure. All right, and as we see here, different boss. The wee whelp is now the opponent. Oh, interesting. And trying to feed on Firebat here. So there are varying bosses that you can face in each of the levels, including the first one. That's interesting, because I played this a few times. You played it right next to me a few times. I've seen other people play it. It was almost Giant Rat every time. So I actually got wee whelp both times I played. Oh, did you? I did. It was just drawn to me. The dragon was just drawn to me. They knew. That's why they specifically had you sit at that PC. They actually reserved it. One guy actually tried to sit down next to me. He was like, oh, excuse me, that's reserved for Mr. Brian Kibler and his lovely dog, Shira. Some people, again, who might be tuning in midway might be wondering why we only stopped at 3, and that's because this is the same version as you can play on the floor. So if you're live watching here at BlizzCon for the audience, you can try out this very same dungeon run, but Normally it goes up to 8 bosses, so it continues to stack in difficulty.
And as you can see, the difficulty does not begin too hard as Mind Blast gives. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's going to go fancy.
Fancy
Potion
BM.
of Madness. Firebat is even going so far as to BM the AI here.
Wow. Take no prisoners, but all right, we're going to start things off really nice and sweet. Let's go ahead and tune in and listen to their decisions post-game.
All right, let's plan for the long game, because the first 2 are a joke. So let's look at the deck. We do have a number of spells, but
We have
like
7 minions.
Mind Blast when your opponent has 40 health is not very good.
All of these seem awful.
I disagree. I mean, I think the
At
double
the start
health-
of the game, play 3 random secrets.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I want to make all of my enemy minions cost 1 more.
It's a close one, actually.
Because if they are playing off curve, Priest's hero power is better. I can heal up my guys and benefit from extra health.
The thing
and
is,
take
their
better
hero
trades.
powers are all really good. Generally, their hero powers are pretty good, so I like the 3 secrets.
I want to take far left. I think it just works better with our stuff.
All right.
I mean,
And there's a lot of really bad secrets, like every paladin secret.
All right.
Okay.
Sylvanas Resurrect seems pretty sweet.
One on the right every time.
This
right?
is super tempo.
That's pretty
Yeah, the
insane.
one on the right super. All of them are good. Interfiring seems like the most likely to accidentally screw us, though.
Yes, especially if you draw both of them with minions that don't have much more health than attack.
We'll go tempo.
Yeah, really nice.
Let's see what he does here.
Hero power? Hero power, give a minion charge
charge
for 1 mana.
All right. Well, his minions cost a lot already, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
Just want to get on the field quick.
I love the observation Firebat made. Kind of playing to his class's strength, saying if you give us time, Priest's hero power is much better, the easier we can secure a board.
And as you may have noticed, the options that were available for treasures that time were different than the time previous. So you don't always have access to the powerful buffs like all of your minions getting +1/+1. So Jungle Giants here trying to figure out which of these perhaps suboptimal options are their best.
Yeah, this is, of course, a nod to Peter Whalen, who also took the lead on initial design here for Kobolds and Catacombs. And he's a big fan of roguelikes, has his own roguelike game, and definitely very interesting experience every time you play it. That's what Ben Brode meant when he feels like this was the most replayable solo adventure content in Hearthstone. Yeah.
And Jungle Giants here having to take down Candlebeard. We saw them get a little bit of scouting info. The hero power from Candlebeard is 1 mana to... I didn't want to interrupt him. He was talking.
What's a tunnel lover?
One who loves a tunnel, I guess. I mean, they're catacombs here.
Yeah.
I suppose that's
people
a
who
kobold
take the subway to work, I guess.
but yeah, we see the passive ability of causing the minions to cost 1 more comes in very big there. So not able to get the pit snake down on turn 1 and not able to charge it on turn 2.
You're right. Although, honestly, the charge on turn 2 wouldn't have made that much difference in this scenario, but it can continue to do so in the future turns. And Jungle Giants just being very meticulous. I think Kripp summarized it pretty well. The first 2 do feel like a walk in the park for guys like these calibers. Let's go ahead and listen in and see what they're going to do here.
Wow. Wow.
Paying Northshire, I guess. No, wait, you didn't trade last turn.
I mean, we could
Why
pain.
don't you Cabal the dragon?
We could pain.
Sure. Just go face again.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'd play the novice, sorry, the Northshire cleric too. Because why not?
Yeah, definitely.
We could save it for draw.
No.
The game won't last that long.
I think you play it every time.
Yeah, you're right.
Is someone injured?
No, we just try and save everything for damage.
Wow. No patches in this deck.
Three, 6, 7, 8, 9.
2 off.
I love trash talking both the AI's plays and the AI's deck. Like, no, you just went face there, you just smoked, and you don't have the patches? Come on now, Candlebeard, get it together.
Yeah, he's definitely not have the most optimized deck list with that South Sea Captain, but we also see the disruption from Jungle Giant's choice, and I'm really liking how Firebat kind of commandeered his position. Said, this is kind of my run here, and I really feel like the Glyph of Warding was really important to make things cost a little bit extra.
And Candlebeard just suiciding the ship's cannon. It looks like Jungle Giant has the tools they need to take down the second boss. So we'll see if they can get yet another full clear on their next boss.
Seems pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and tune in Jungle Giants, see what happens for their treasures.
Whoa, stealing. And they lose those cards.
Your minions cost 0 this
From their
turn.
hand, and they're just gone forever.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do that. That's broken.
Wait. Minions cost 0 is also pretty good.
I mean,
we don't have card draw to
minions aren't that
support it.
expensive
What's
either.
that?
We have cheap minions and no card draw.
Yeah. I mean,
Alright,
it's great
fine.
for tempo.
Their
though.
cards are just broken too sometimes, right?
Take his things.
Yeah, steal is nice.
If we steal, like, we're harassing our opponents.
Whoa!
Wow.
Hello.
The Death
Wait.
Knight.
The Death Knight, but also Blaze
Elemental
Caller,
synergy, yeah.
Servant of Kalamos.
We already have one Firefly, we already have a Radiant and a Tar Creeper, and the Lightspawn. We actually have
And
a
one
few
drops are
elementals
broken.
But here's the thing, again, we're up against 40 health this time, so we might run out of steam. I think we want a little bit. I don't know. I guess the left
Shadow
side.
Ascendant's also really good too. And Shadow Fiend.
It is.
Yeah, all right, we'll take the Death Knight.
Yeah.
I like it. We have enough early game, I think.
40 health again.
It's the same guy.
Summon a 1/1 copy of a minion. Oh, it is.
Which
the
is
same
good.
guy. Yeah.
I don't think it was very strong. And his hero power is kind of weak because his minions are slower.
We don't have a
No,
mega
you can copy our
weapon
minions.
this time.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Shadow Reaper
That's
Anduin
okay,
making an
1/1's
appearance here,
star, one
and
cleric.
I'm sure you're pretty happy, Gibbler, to see that.
I mean, I love all things Priest. So when I did first go into the dungeon run, I'm like, all right, Priest it is, and I got to do some fun stuff.
All right, it's going to be Waxmaster Sturmy again, and remember, it is a randomized pool of hero or bosses, excuse me, at each level here, and it seems like Jungle Giant's very familiar with it, going to help them a lot.
Well, and we heard Jungle Giants mention that, oh, okay, well, the fact that the minions cost 1 more does help shut down the hero power, but as we saw in the last game, Waxmaster Sturmy can copy opposing minions as well. So here we go. At least starts the 1/1 Firefly. Thankfully for Jungle Giants, though, theirs remains 1/2.
Yeah, the stronger your minions get, they'll summon a copy of a 1/1 version. So if you have end-of-turn effects, it can really go disastrously. Kipper told us a small anecdote before the show even began, how he played 2 or 3 Ragnaros really early on, and then Waxmaster Sturmy copied those Ragnaros and started winning.
But when Jungle Giants drew their treasure, let's hear what they do.
Do you want to hit
No,
face?
you can just attack with the 1/1.
Hit face first?
What does it matter?
I would hit face with the
There might be a new card that kills it. Like, why not play it?
Okay, fine.
That's actually
This is insane.
That's actually hilarious.
That's so broken. 0 mana win the game.
Non-minion, minion, and then non-minion. So he probably has a couple minions in his hand right now that he can't even play.
Right.
It's probably the 3 summoner. Oh, expensive.
It's not one of the new cards.
I like Animal Fiery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. Love that. Sweet.
Wait.
He is summoning a 1/1 probably.
Yeah, why
next
don't we
turn
do a
with his hero
Flame
power.
Elemental just to trade efficiently?
I mean, I guess we
hero
can trade
power?
Leo. We can trade Leok into his hero power.
No, I want to keep Leok at full health.
Okay. Another secret.
Turns out the treasure are pretty powerful.
Yeah, you know,
Just mugged them.
the steal 3 cards isn't the normal like thought steal type of interaction where you copy a card of your opponent. They actually just straight up took it.
And from their
Robbery.
hand, too. Not even from their deck. That was just 3 cards in the boss's hand that are no longer there.
Yeah, that is pretty much as unfun as it comes for Waxmaster Sturmy. He's probably pretty upset about that.
Well, thankfully, AI has no feelings. At least not this level of AI. Maybe there are AI out there that
Yeah, in about
I shouldn't
100
be talking
years,
trash
in about
about,
100
but-
years, you would probably be arrested by an AI robot, but it's okay to say in 2017.
Jungle Giants, though, they have assembled quite the board here.
Oh, they get to discover more cards and steal more
They
cards from their
do.
opponents.
Just taking everything. Poor Sturmy.
Yeah, I mean, the Holy Nova seems also very reasonable, but Dragonlord Operative on 5, kind of hard to turn down. More Discovers is available to them with Tomb Spider as well. And it seems like Jungle Giants is cruising. Nothing really stopping them, at least in this run either.
Yeah, getting a lot of damage in. 40 health is not so much when you are facing down a board like this. And we see there the passive ability coming into play, the Glyph of Warding, shutting down the ability to copy that Infested Wolf as well.
I was half expecting like the perfect Firebat outcomes there for Waxmaster Sturmy, but I think this one's locked up. Jungle Giants is so far ahead at this point.
I mean, these are fiery bats against Firebat himself. They will not, you know, force him to get the worst of it.
They'll bend to his will. Jungle Giant's going for the lethal setup here, and I think that's going to be a guaranteed dungeon clear because Waxman's Exterminate, as far as I know, doesn't run AoE and heal in one single card. Now, if I'm Jungle Giants, I'm starting to get a little scared, actually, because this has been relatively easy so far for them. Smooth cruising. And if it goes as smoothly for their opponents in the Grime Street Grifters in their runs, a tie goes to the higher ranked team. So right now, Jungle Giants has to be a little bit concerned, I think, considering how well things are going.
Yeah, they have seen the same level 3 boss every time, though. So it's possible that they may run into a more difficult one, or perhaps their opponents may face a more difficult challenge as well.
Okay, well with that, Jackie will rotate in and tap in the Mage class to try and get to the 9 boss count here. Remember, we're playing only the 3 levels. There's 8 total in Dungeon Run, so usually in the Kobold's expansion that comes out, you're going to be able to play through all of them and see where you end up losing. And I was again told that the final boss is actually sometimes very, very difficult. A lot of times people when they're testing were losing to it. So that actually scares me for my own personal runs when it eventually comes out.
I mean, even just in the 3 bosses that we've faced so far in the demos here as well as on the stage, I found some really cool stuff going on. And even if it isn't necessarily the toughest challenge so far, there's definitely some fun puzzles to solve. And we'll see how Jackie Chan ends up approaching the Mage.
Yeah, you know, one of them I decided to have fun on one of my runs. I picked Wish. Wish was a 10-mana spell that you saw as a treasure, and it filled your entire board with legendary minions. I happened to get great stuff. I got Kel'Thuzad, I got Sneasel Shredder, some ridiculous combos, and then I got Acid Maw at the very end. And my AI opponent swiped, and it cleared my entire board, and I actually lost because of that. So there's definitely some shenanigans that can come out if you're taking it too easy. Let's go ahead and listen in Jungle Giants from the very get-go and see what they're thinking about.
It's a 10-card deck.
Yeah. There's got to be better cards than this.
Get rid. 100% don't want to keep Doomsayer?
100%.
Yeah, I don't want to keep Doomsayer.
I like proactive cards. That's
Right.
not proactive card.
We might have to play a control deck with Mage, though. So
If we ever have to play Doomsayer and then he actually has removal and lose because of that, I would feel so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I think keep rid of everything.
Yep.
Get rid of everything. Mana Worm.
Mana Worm's a good one. Get that one. I like that one a lot.
There you go. Yes.
I think you get a 1-drop every time. You got a 1-drop when you mulligan 1 card. I got a 1-drop when you mulligan
we
1
only
card.
have like 10
the
cards
first
in our
card he
deck.
mulliganed got a 1-drop. Controlled. Maybe.
Hello.
Not the mama.
Not the mama. This is the mama.
Nixia.
The mama worm.
Okay.
If we turn 1 to Nixia, that'd be pretty cool.
Would be pretty cool.
Oh, play
Wow.
2-drop and go face, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the first boss we've curved out perfectly every time.
Yep. Always lucky.
Rip Sorcerer's Apprentice.
That's fine.
Hey.
It's a tempo game. He has 9 health.
Yeah. Alright, set up lethal.
Soon to be a lot less. Alright, we have lethal.
GG.
He has to kill both minions. Instead, he played a Bloodfen Raptor and a Boar.
Great quality cards.
Man, we got really lucky we didn't lose this one.
Well played.
No, only one emote per boss.
Nice.
Going well. We have Barrier and Doomsayer, which are really bad.
We have 7 minions.
We have Azure Drake and Blizzard and Control Tools, which could be good. I think +1/+1 to all your minions
it's
is
never the one on the
straight up
left.
broken. So I would pick the middle. Like, Kel'Thuzad buff is pretty good.
And we have 7 minions, but Doomsayer doesn't really count, I guess.
It's not bad that it's bigger when you do play it.
Right. It's harder to remove.
Yeah.
I think it's just like...
No, if you do remove Doomsayer, the minions start dying off too. It's not...
Yeah.
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 +1/+1 is just
Yeah,
the best.
I think
Like,
so.
Yeah, okay. I like it. Whoa, double rag! Double arcane giant.
These are really bad. You have to
Far
go...
right.
Yeah.
What? You don't want double rag?
No.
No.
I would love double rag.
I
Arcane
know.
Blast is broken.
I know you would.
Thalnos is broken. Cult Sorceress is really good.
Yeah.
Tempo, low-cost minions
The
with their
third
buff.
guy has 40 health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having board control and being ahead on tempo is how you beat that.
That's a 2-mana 2/2. That's a 2-mana 4/3 with spell damage.
And that's a 1-mana deal 4.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or more. Like, potentially, like...
Yeah, probably the meme inside of me is saying rag, but I'll listen to you guys.
Don't be blinded by the memes.
Blinded by the memes.
Those are all memes on that side.
It's a touchscreen. Don't even put your hand in that direction.
New hero.
Frostfur. Hero power freeze a minion.
Not gonna help him.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Alright.
I picked double Ragnaros.
I picked Jungle Giants to win. Now I don't want them to win even.
I actually really like Jackie Chan's reaction every time. He just wants the biggest and most impressive thing. He's like, but Ragnaros, 2 Ragnaros. I want it so bad. But no, it is Firebat and Kripp who keep him in line and pick the aggressive option to take down Frostfur.
That's some amazing loot. Just pick your loot and imagine. Oh man, there's gonna be some guy who probably thought like, wow, I can put 2 Ragnaros in my deck, and from Kobolds and from the expansion. It's just part of the feature of the game mode.
And important to note that with all the success the Jungles have had so far, it is crucial that they exceed the results of the Grimestreet Grifters. So if Jungle Giants does get 9 wins, but Grimestreet Grifters also gets 9 wins, it will be the Grifters who do advance.
Yes. That's why they're taking it also so seriously too. There was a victory lap opportunity where they knew that say their opponents had no chance of being able to advance. That's the case, and you have to kind of go with the logic. At the same time, a good showcase of the differences in some ideologies as a player that's playing very competitively and trying to get every single marginal edge they can.
We did hear it during their team intro. It's all about the marginal edges. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And Frostfur with the freeze, getting in for 2.
You know what can't be frozen? Well, I guess Ragnaros can be frozen, but you know what's useless against it? Ragnaros.
It's true.
Let's go ahead and tune into Jungle Giants and see what they're talking about.
Let's make magic.
Whoa. Oh, interesting trade.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Alright, Chillwind Yeti.
Oh, I love playing
Chillwind Pit Lord.
Chillwind Pit Lord. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh no, none of that.
Zerdrake Arcane Blast is really nice.
I hope you like my
Not against Novice.
I think we don't even do that. I think we just play the Azure Drake.
And punch him in the face. Manowar Ping's also not bad.
I like the Azure Drake. Play the spells next turn.
Sure.
A Drake 4/2 to face.
Yep. Always face there.
5/5 Azure Drake. God was already good.
Mage definitely seems the weakest though. Like Ice Barrier's not useful.
Yeah, Ice Barrier and Doomsayer are bad.
Yeah. Here we go. Damn.
Look at him go. You can Arcane Blast that for 6, so let's do that. Do we have lethal? No. Right? 7.
No.
I don't see it.
No,
yeah,
we
no
don't
lethal. So it's Thalnos, Manowar, Arcane Blast.
Yeah, ping face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems good. Whoa. 1 mana deals 6 damage to a minion.
Good card. Better than Rag.
Nice.
Worse than the new Druid card, potentially.
Potentially, yeah.
Should we ping her in face for max BM?
This is not the place for that, Jack.
Alright, GG.
Boulder Fist Ogre. Makes Ice Barrier look decent.
Woo! Sick.
Well.
Yeah, no fun allowed here.
More thing.
This is a super serious thing for, right, they call themselves the 2017 BlizzCon champions, right?
And Jackie, try to go for the memes, but it is time to choose a treasure. Let's listen in.
Had Ragnaros in the deck.
Ragnaros would be good, but we still get +1/+1 on everything, so it's still good.
None of our minions are very big, though. They're all pretty small. We got a lot of
Doesn't
2.
matter. Well, it doesn't matter. No, Doomsayer would be really bad.
Oh, yeah, don't take that, actually. Doomsayer we could lose. You're right.
That'd be terrible.
Well, these are actually all bad.
Yeah, these aren't that great. Fill your hand with coins, I mean...
That doesn't help. Well, it doesn't
It helps
Manowar.
us be aggressive.
I think we take
Boots.
Boots, yeah. Well, actually, Mana Worm, or Bag of Coins is with the Mana Worm could kill people as well as is the same thing as Boots, kind of, but maybe more flexible for spells and costs 0. So it's better on turn 1.
No, if we take Boots and have like...
Boots is better.
If we have Boots in our opening hand, we just...
Win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, Boots is also good. I think they're both broken.
I like Boots.
I like Boots.
Sure, go Boots.
Sick. Whoa, whoa, Antonidas!
Yeah, we go the Antonidas run, right?
It's never Lost Secrets. Primordial
Lost
Glyph
Secrets
is a good card.
so bad. More spell power,
We
more
can play a
fireballs.
1-mana Antonidas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody happy with this?
Yeah.
Magical Friends?
Yep.
I love magical friends.
Great.
The best kind of friends.
Cracks.
Oh, it's 30 health.
30
Hold on, hold on.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
he got? 1 damage to all enemy minions for 1.
For 2, wasn't it?
Oh, is it for 2? Okay, so
Yeah,
for 2.
Yeah.
That's not
pretty
that good.
That's pretty.
I mean, it's good.
It's
good.
gonna
hero
have
power.
like warrior cards probably and enrage things and maybe sleep with the fishes or execute.
Yeah.
All right.
We got this.
We should have took coins. Archmage Infinite coins.
No, even then, like getting an early, like a way early Archmage is probably better.
That is true. Like we can play it and play spells with it because it's free.
You asked for it.
We have some extra 2-drops now. I kind of want to remove all of that. I don't even want to keep.
Oh, you don't want to keep Cold Sorcerer?
No. We
I
have like
keeping
huge
it.
combo potential.
It's a 4/3.
Jungle Giants picks up the Archmage Antonidas to bolster their deck there, and I like the pick. I do feel the Bag of Coins misconnection there, but at the same time, I think they're also correct. Getting it out for 0 mana is also really powerful.
The Boots of Haste do seem extremely powerful if they can find them. I also really liked the analysis from Firebat on the potential deck from Cracks. You know, they know, okay, well, if you have a hero power that deals damage to all opposing minions, probably has some effects that care about that damage.
Yes. I actually have not played against Cracks, so I'm
Neither
curious
have I.
to see what his deck has.
Hello.
New boss.
Yeah, new boss. There's a lot of them. There's dozens, I heard.
New emote.
Let's make magic.
Not quite up there into the BM tier list, I would say, but solid.
Oh, Boots of Haste for Jungle Giants. Let's listen how they want to use it.
Yeah, Sleep with the Vicious would be really bad.
I think if you want to guarantee success, we wait for Archmage Antonidas and do it with a bunch of fireballs.
I
1
think
mana
I think you
Archmage.
should trade and play the other Cult Sorcerer. Just leave it at that.
Sure, I like it. Wait, why Cult Sorcerer?
I think it's a bit early for the Farseer.
All right.
I didn't mind that, actually. Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted to do a 3-drop into 2-drop, 2-drop, though.
I want to do the Farseer if he does do a Whirlwind next turn, which he might.
Okay. All right, well, go for it then. Cult
I mean, if we
Sorcerer.
play Thalnos, we're going to get quicker to drawing Antonidas and Azure Drake and things that
Yeah, but this one punches for 4.
It does punch out 4. Cold Sorcerer?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sparkle. Let's make magic.
Whoa!
Baited the sleep. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, let's go all in.
Shield Slam for 1. The value.
Nothing happened. Okay, that was optimal play.
All right, Boots of Haste, play everything?
Optimal play.
or do we want to play around second fishes?
I don't think we want to play around second Vicious.
I think we just do it.
You want to play around second Vicious?
No, I just want to go all in.
I think
Yeah, I
I
like
think
your
I would do Earthen Ring Farseer and just go face.
All right, then we're waiting for Antonidas.
I feel like, are we specifically
just-
waiting for Antonidas for this?
Fine. Play the Blood Mage then. We'll draw 2 cards, and then we'll do the Boots next turn.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
No.
The Blood Mage.
Blood Mage.
Yeah, Blood Mage face, and then we
'Cause
can...
we don't have a big deck, right? It's 12 cards. We have 2 Azure Drakes in there. We have Antonidas in there.
Right. Oh, yeah, we should just wait for the Azure Drakes. Let's just wait on the Boots. Do double Azure Drake Antonidas. We'll get Azure Drake Antonidas, kill
Yeah.
your guy with Arcane Blast.
I'd say we
fireball
just
you
want to
100
draw
times.
right now.
Okay. Thalnos ping.
Like, he used 2 removal pieces on 2 garbage minions. Let's
Right.
play another garbage minion.
Sure. I think we're overthinking this a lot.
Yeah, we are definitely overthinking this.
That's fine.
Thalnos
Yeah.
ping face.
Yep, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think they might be overthinking things a lot. And you know what's really funny too? Soul Adventure content there's no rope. You have an infinite time. So they could have hypothetically went to closing time with this debate, because apparently they couldn't decide.
Well, I do really like how they chose to hold off in the Boots of Haste the previous turn, recognizing the threat of a possible Sleep with the Fishes, as Firebat had mentioned going in. And it was there. So they could have run all of their minions into that one removal spell.
Yeah, curious that they went for the Boots of Haste here immediately. It looks like they wanted to tempo out some spells with it too. Arcane Blast, for example, hits for, what, 8 damage now?
It's a big blast, yes.
Oof. Jungle Giants maybe even contemplating if they want to pick up a trade, because if Thanos draws a card, they want to draw deeper into a chance of hitting Antonidas, or maybe even a second Azure Drake. It replaces the Thanos. It's not like you need the spell damage anyways.
It's true. They are deep in thought. All right, is the Arcane Blast going to push some damage to the face? Heal up that Cult Sorcerer?
I don't know, because if Krax plays Seas with the Fishes, he's playing Warrior class stuff. What if he has a Brawl?
Could be.
I mean, what if Jungle Giants has corners? I'm imagining some world where Krax has an ability to deal with this board.
It's cool hero power. Oh.
All right, well, I feel like Krax would have brawled there.
I feel like Krax could use some help in his ordering.
All the tokens also have +1/+1 too. Turns out Core Sentry is a terrible card when you have the captured flag.
This is just lethal for the Jungle Giants. They're going to get the full clear on the dungeon once again. So they need to hope that the Grime Street Grifters falter in their attempt.
Flawless 9-0. And that is a great amount of execution from Jungle Giants. But was it too easy? You know, perhaps this is maybe worrisome for Jungle Giants, because I feel like they cruised through relatively simply.
It did not seem to really challenge them too much here, so they need to hope that the Grime Street Grifters end up struggling a bit more.
That's right, and the Grime Street Grifters, they didn't get a chance to watch any of this either, so they're going to go in blind just like the Jungle Giants did. Yeah,
and the Jungle Giants, you know, they even said coming in they did not have an opportunity to play the dungeon run on the floor, and they were able to piece together the various strategies they wanted to use despite that lack of experience.
All right, well, TJ is waiting with the Jungle Giants for a couple of words on the round.
Thanks very much, guys. I'm joined on stage by the Jungle Giants after a very hard-fought victory. How does it feel to get all 9 bosses, Firebat?
Pretty good. It wasn't very hard.
Did you actually play the demo before today?
No, didn't play the demo before today, but some of the options seem like a lot better than the other ones. +1/+1 to all minions we got every time, and it put in massive work because our minions were just bigger. Like, Kel'Seth is pretty good.
It's not bad, especially when your Raptors get buffed as well. Kripp, what do you think the chances are of the Grime Street Grifters losing against one of the bosses?
Low.
How low?
Really low.
And it's the second place team that moves on, so I wish you luck. And Jackie Chan, I think everybody wants to know, how much did you just want to pick those 2 rags?
I was desperate to pick those 2 rags, but yeah, I went with my head over my heart.
Probably worked out in the end, but you guys will get to watch the Grime Street Grifters play, so I wish you guys the best of luck, or I guess I wish the Grime Street Grifters no luck, so you guys have a chance to move on. But let's go and throw it back to the desk to get on with the show.
Jungle Giants